Let's talk about box topping.
What's the deal?
Tabletop board games is what I do. Charlie gonna hit you with the quick review.
Charlie, you may be asking, what's box topping? Glad you asked. Box topping is writing on the inside of your game. You got the box, and the inside top of it, you write down score, who played it, when they played it, what the score was, all that information. It's keeping a visual record of who won the game, when, and writing down any other feats related to it. I'm gonna explain to you why that's a great idea to do this. It's good to keep a record as well because your therapist is eventually gonna wanna see how long you've been mentally ill. Here are the rules for box topping.
Rule number 1.
Never box top a practice game. As long as there's one person at the table that does not know how to play the game, you cannot write your name on the box lid. That's just not fair. I happen to win every practice game, and I happen to not win any other game. My name is barely on the lid.
Rule number 2.
Write your name on the lid as small and clearly and legibly as you can.
Legible.
If you write a gigantic signature and it takes up half the box and it's clearly you just trying to show off how big and great you are, you won the game and you're excited, that's wonderful, that's great. But guess what? You're never allowed to write your name on the box again. You're banned from writing. See this? Look at this. Nice and neat. See? Look, names, dates, nice and clear. Lost Cities, we played this a lot. Look how many times we've been able to write our names and dates and who won. It's great, it's really good. But when someone does this and writes something all the way across, banned, Ticket to Ride. Look at this. Someone wrote, yes, all the way across. That takes up half of my box. That real estate is important. You can't get that back. You're banned. You're banned. In a situation where the person writes their name so large and so offensively big, it is the game owner's responsibility to determine if they want to cross out that name and ban that person from ever writing in their box lids. They have every right to do that. You can ban them outright.
Rule number 3 for box topping.
Don't just write your name and the date and the score, but try to write something that's a memorable experience that when you look at that, when you read that list, you'll laugh at it because it's something that brings up good positive memories. For example, in Bonanza, my wife beat me right here on 3/30/2014. She says she beats me by 1 point. And then 2 games later, the same date, she beats me by 1 point again. Those kind of things are funny to look back, not during the moment. In the moment, it is not funny at all to beat me by 1 point twice. But looking back on it, it's really funny to see just the visual reminder and the history of the game and what happened and the memories you've created throughout the game. That's the point of box topping. Box topping helps add nostalgic value to your games. It doesn't add monetary value. In fact, it would probably decrease the monetary value, but it adds the value of memories that you've created with friends and people, loved ones that you may no longer have with you anymore. The way the game was played, the way it was won, you can write these things down and that will forever be something you can cherish. So this one right here, he tied, but he won because of the amount of cards he had. Stupid. This game lets you win because of the amount of cards you have if you tie. What kind of stupid rule is that? Now here's the reason why box topping is good for you. Number 1, it helps you get rid of your obsession of idolizing cardboard. These are beautiful pieces of art, like Sagrada, it's literally a game based off art. The game itself is more about the experience you have with the friends and less to do with collecting something in shrink wrap and never opening it. Games are meant to be played. I understand taking care of your games to a point to why that's the band stupid, but the point of board games is to play them. And if your board games don't have a little bit of wear and tear, a little bit of signs of love, then it means that you're not playing. What's the point of having board games if you're not gonna play them?
Number 2.
It's an unbiased litmus test of how valuable this game is to you personally. Something like Lost Cities, this is one of my most valuable treasured games because my wife and I have played this so many times. And you can see by the back how many times we play it. It's an unbiased view that keeps track of how many times you're playing the game and if it's actually worthwhile for you. And there may be a reason why you hold on to a game that you may not play very often, and you may have your own reasonings for what you're doing. But what I'm talking about in general, there's games that we have that hold no value, that there really is no reason for you to hold on to them and keep them. The games that were great at a certain point and maybe they were good and you had a lot of fun and they were great, wonderful memories, but now it's time to get rid of it. Because it sucks. What do you keep doing, Catan? Why do you keep popping up like that?
Reason number 3
Is it inspires you to up your game. You're playing against a group of friends who are fairly new at this game, and you just wipe the floor with them. It's fun for you for a little bit, but really you want to challenge yourself. My best example for this is Lost Cities. I am obsessed with beating that high score. 317, beat my high score. It adds another factor of excitement when you can beat the high score and you know you're challenging and going for that bigger prize. You're focusing on the big picture rather than just beating the people in front of you. That is a factor, but you also are going to try doing more with your game, which gives you more value, more experience, better board game experience. When my wife beats me in Lost Cities for the 300th time, I can say, yeah, honey, you won. But did you beat that high score I got? Huh? And I could sleep comfortably on the couch knowing that I got that high score. I'm on the couch, but I got the high score. Glory and infamy forever! Can't tell you how many times I played a board game. Mysterium, for example. Can I write my name on the box? And I said, no, we're all working together. We all win or lose together. So it's not really like a point-based game. Everyone was like, no, I want to write my name. Everyone gets really excited to write their name in the box because it immortalizes their experience. I agreed to it and we've been doing it. People have been writing their name on the box. It's a special feeling that comes with permanently marking a game with your name. The experience you have when you went to an arcade and there was a high score and you actually got your name on that high score list. It's the same experience. Being able to write your name and forever enshrine your name in glory and infamy.
Reason number 5
is nostalgia factor. Ticket to Ride was one of the first games that really got me into the hobby. This game I bought on my honeymoon while in London with my wife, and I even left the pound symbol for the price of it. This holds such a cherished, wonderful memory for me. On our honeymoon, we were playing in this tiny little bed and breakfast on a bed, and it was just so much fun playing Ticket to Ride. I didn't start box topping until much later in life when I realized how much value it brought to the games, but I still have so many wonderful memories with this game. To see who played the game and what year it was and how the person won, what special experience happened during the game. That adds a special nostalgia factor, a special value to the game that can never be quantified in money. This game is absolutely priceless to me because where I got it, when I got it, the times I played it with friends. This makes this game one of the most valuable games to me. It might be worthless to everyone else. I absolutely love this version specifically of Ticket to Ride. That's what this box topping does. It really adds value to your game.
Reason number 6
is the value it brings to your games. All these things I've been saying can be summed up in value. The way you measure value is up to you. A game like Codenames, which is a team game, it's a wonderful, fun game. I wasn't writing down anything, I wasn't keeping track. I can tell you this game is really easy for me to just turn around and trade, sell. If I'd been keeping track of who was winning each time, or even writing who got the highest amount of word associations and make that like the goal to beat, that would be amazing if I was doing that with this game. And maybe I will start doing that going forward. But the value that box topping gives to your game and your gaming experience is beyond anything that you can get from simply playing the game over and over and over. Recording, keeping track, making a history of your game, every gamer should be doing it. Hope you consider these reasons as to why you should be box topping your games. Start now. Take Codenames, write your names, start doing it. Let's box top.